So let's talk about this year's training goals. So for the last 2 to 3 years, I've focused mainly on strongman or powerlifting, and for the last year, heavily focused on powerlifting. So I did 3 shows last year, managed to increase my totals on all of those shows, and it was great. Training really hard, peaking really well, had a coach, nutrition, everything was fine, and I was really enjoying it. And sort of got to the end of the last show and just felt a bit like, I don't know, I can't explain it, but I just felt like, not that it come to an end, but that I was sort of missing something. And I think for me that might have just been a bit of excitement again, a bit of a reason to do it. And although I know I didn't get anywhere near the numbers I could have got, you know, my body was feeling tired. I'm not the youngest person, and sort of I felt like there was something else I needed to do, and you know, so sort of something else to take my mind off things and something else to put my focus on. Now, so history wise, I've always been sporty. I played rugby when I was younger. I used to do a lot of running, and then sort of in between, you know, in my sort of 30s, I didn't do that much. I've always kind of kept fit, but you know, not really. Got a bit fat and got a bit unhealthy. Then came the powerlifting, and anyway, that's what happened. So sort of watching a few videos, sort of thinking, you know, what am I going to do? Sort of came across Fergus and sort of his hybrid training, and I was like, wow, I didn't know that was a thing. I was literally sat in the gym. It was January. I'd sort of decided to stop powerlifting so much, and so after seeing that, I thought, amazing. Literally from being in the gym and thinking, I don't know what to do. I can't not lift heavy, but I definitely want to carry on losing weight and start doing some running. I saw this guy that was, you know, putting up a 600 kilo powerlifting total, but also doing some ultra marathons. I was like, perfect, this is it. This is what I want to do. So I managed to sort of, in my brain, think, right, cool, this is what I'm going to do. So looked at some training plans, had a quick think. You know, I've done enough training over the last 3 years to be able to sort of figure out my own training plan, along with the running as well. So sort of set myself the goal of doing a 10-mile race in March, May, sorry, which seems okay to me. Like I say, I've always run before, but never properly. I've never really thought, right, I'm actually going to run for distance now. But whilst doing that, I also want to keep my strength from my powerlifting. So I still want to be able to do 300 kilo deadlift and, you know, 250 kilo squat, 150 bench. I want to keep that, and I want to keep some of the size. I mean, I know I can't be this size. At the moment, I'm 113 kilos. I know I need to get to 100-ish, because my knees aren't going to love me if I'm trying to run long distance like that. But that's part of this process. So basically, like I say, so I sort of worked out my lifting plan, if it was, you know, I was going to do 3 days a week, and then the plan was to run 3 times a week. So started that. Running was terrible. Just couldn't. My shins hurt, my knees hurt. I don't know if I was trying to run too fast, not run the right way or anything. It just felt horrible. Training was going fine. So, you know, obviously did some research, look at running again. Let's learn how to run again. Listen to people who are bigger runners talking about how they run. Invested in some new shoes, and then sort of got to the point where I thought, I actually don't know how to train to run. You know, it's nothing I've done before. So downloaded the Runner app, put all my bits in there, give me a 12-week plan for the 10 miler. Brilliant. So that's literally started this week. Like today, Sunday is my second run. It's a 4-mile run. Brilliant. So just a really quick video, basically, just letting you guys know that at the moment, and I don't want to call myself a hybrid athlete, but that's how I'm training. So I'm training for powerlifting, not going to compete at the moment, but I'm just going to keep lifting, keep the weights up, keep my strength there. But also, I love lifting, and I love lifting heavy. So I don't want to lose that. You know, for my mental health, that lifting heavy feels amazing, but also running now. So, you know, so like I say, I'm training for this 10 mile, and then hopefully throughout the year, I'm going to do some, you know, I'm doing the Equinox 24, which is like a 24-hour race where you do 10-kilometer laps, as many as you can. That's something to aim for. That's not till September, so I've got a lot of time. But changing my diet up, so I'm going to be going definitely on a deficit for a while. You know, in my powerlifting days, I was hitting 5,000 to 6,000 calories. Probably looking at 3,000 calories for now. like I say, lose 10-ish kilos, which shouldn't be too hard. But with the running and the weightlifting and, and the change of diet, that's fine. Another big thing is I've stopped drinking. So I've didn't really drink too much when I was powerlifting, but then when I've had this little hiatus of not doing anything, for 3 months, I kind of slipped back into old ways. When I was in my sort of late 20s, early 30s, I was a big drinker, and I definitely felt that creeping back in, just with the lack of motivation or lack of drive for any training. That sort of slipped in, which is not good for me. It's not good for mental health. It's not good for my physical health. So that's now out the window. Going to do at least 6 months, no alcohol, and see how we get on. To be honest with you, it might be a thing that lasts longer. There's so many nice alcohol-free beers and other things now that it's not really a problem for me. It's just, it is what it is. So that's it. So powerlifting, carrying on training, running, going to aim for this 10 mile, and then further. Booze is off. So, I'm going to use this channel now to sort of document the experience, I guess, and show you how it'd be interesting to see how my powerlifting gets affected by the weight loss. But I think I've built the strength up over quite a few years, so hopefully it'll stay there. See how the running sort of adapts and keeps in with that. And like I say, having someone that I can watch like Fergus and other lads sort of gives me that drive to realise that I can do it actually. So it's not a problem, it's just a bit more work. But for me, the biggest reason that I train is for my mental health. It gives me something to focus on, gives me something to really dive into. And if anybody knows me, if I pick something, I go full force. I don't just go half, I have to go all the way. So, this for me is a new thing with the running, but I'm really excited to see how far we can go. I'd love to do ultra marathons. I'd love to do some really extreme challenges, do like a 600 kilo powerlifting total, then go do, like a 60 mile or, 60k, whatever. But that's not for now. For now, let's get the running, let's get this weight down.